everyone. This is your author, AuthorSheilaD, and I hope you all are having a blessed day. Today, I'm going to read to you an excerpt from my first book titled A Broken Child Saved by God's Grace. The tagline is, Silence Can Destroy You. I'm going to be reading Chapter 1, titled Brokenness, paragraphs 1 through 4, which is the first story out of 6 stories in this chapter. Here we go. Tina Robinson couldn't remember many good things about her childhood before the tender age of 8. She dwelled in a self-induced fog of forgetfulness. She had experienced abuse by 6 different male family members over a 6-year period. Not only did Tina not trust her male relatives, she had begun to not trust anyone. She felt that even though she had said nothing about the abuse, someone should have known that something was wrong by the change in her behavior and perhaps her appearance. Maybe to them, her behavior was imperceptible, which was why they didn't pick up on the way she was acting out. Tina had sucked her 2 middle fingers on her right hand since birth. After what she went through, she picked up the habit of twirling her hair while she sucked her fingers. That too became her way of coping with her feelings. That was her security blanket in the privacy of her own room. Tina's first abuse happened the last time she, at 8 years old, visited her grandma Pearl Henderson, which is her maternal grandmother. Her granddad, Jimmy Henderson, which was her maternal granddad, was never around and was considered a rolling stone, as he had many girlfriends. Every summer, she and her siblings would go to visit their grandparents for 2 weeks. They lived about 2 hours away. Tina and her siblings loved spending time over there. They would all play games and eat good soul food. Out of all her aunts and uncles, Tina had one favorite uncle named Tristan Henderson, who was 20 years old. He was a musician and played the saxophone for a local club. He was considered the fun uncle because he was the one who would come up with all the amazing games that she and her siblings played. One Saturday, Grandma took her grandsons to the grocery store to get food to cook for dinner. Tina stayed home with her favorite uncle. They were home alone, sitting in the family room watching a TV show called Creature Features. Her uncle wanted to play a game, and she was so excited she couldn't contain herself. He went into his bedroom and instructed her to come along. He was wearing dark blue jeans with a red Adidas shirt and socks. Tina was wearing light blue jeans with a shiny white blouse and white flip-flops. Uncle Tristan laid on his full-size bed and told her to come and lie down beside him. She had been brought up to respect her elders and do what they said. Her uncle then began to grab her hands and guide them towards his zipper to assist him in zipping down his pants. Once his pants were unzipped, his penis began to expand outside of his jeans. Tina soon found out that her uncle wasn't wearing any underwear. The game that they were to play turned out to be Tina fondling her uncle's penis. He knew that this game had to be a quick one because everyone would be back home soon from the grocery store. He proceeded to take her hands yet again and guide them towards his private parts. With his hands placed on top of hers, he continued to stroke them up and down on his shaft until he relieved himself of the pressure that had built up inside. A whitish fluid erupted all over the place. There was a distinct musky smell coming from his genitalia. That smell was now on her hands and in her nostrils. No matter what she did or how hard she tried, she could not wash that smell off her hands or get it out of her nostrils. He cleaned himself up, zipped up his pants, and they both went back into the family room to finish watching TV. Tina was astonished at what had just taken place. It felt like she was in a dream or the Twilight Zone. Grandma and Tina's siblings returned home from the grocery store and carried all the groceries into the house. No one noticed anything, and she and her uncle carried on as if nothing had happened. A couple of things did happen, though. Tina no longer considered him to be her favorite uncle, and she no longer trusted him. She was so ready to go back home to her parents' house, but she had to wait 2 more days for her summer vacation to be over. She didn't participate in any more games that were played during those last 2 days at her grandma's house. Tina and her siblings returned home to their parents, and she never visited her grandma's house again. Her parents didn't even question her as to why she never wanted to go back to her grandma's house for the summer. They just figured that she had caught an attitude with her grandma because grandma wouldn't let her have her way. Tina was a bit traumatized by her uncle's game and never spoke of that event. And that's the end of that first story out of 6 stories in this chapter. I'm going to jump to the end of the chapter. At the very bottom, at the end, I have a Bible verse. And this Bible verse reads, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not into thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." That is the King James Version. That is Proverbs chapter 3, the 5th through the 6th verse. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to the excerpt from my book. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. You're welcome to share. Please comment below and let me know if you've been through something similar to Tina, or if you know someone that has been through something similar to Tina. Most importantly, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you again, and have a blessed day.